Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Colwyn, and I'm here to review J.P. Betancourt's The Return of Dark Shadows, Series 9, Chapter 10, A Whodunit. I'm going to get to that at the end of this. I love what he does here. Again, he makes it so easy, he takes you there, and I love that. I always say that in each one of my videos. So, he has no problem taking you to the place, the setting. He makes you feel like you're there. And that's what's so key. That's what I love about these the most. You don't feel like just like the 60 series, you don't feel like an outsider. You just feel like you're standing there watching the events unfold and you can't do shit about it. And that's what you want to feel like. In my standpoint, anyway. Um, this picks up right where it left off. We have Sobahan, who the water has broke because of Angelique. David rushes her to the hospital, and he gets there. I love what he does here too. We have Sebastian and Serena and Andrew Shaw, and David is talking to Sebastian and them after he writes down Sobahan's information, and he talks to them about, and they're talking to him about Andrew and what went on. There's this guy, and he gets this strange sensation. Can I see him? Yeah. And as soon as David walks in, Andrew opens his eyes and says, "Dad?" I love that interaction because you have a lot of in this story. What you have here is a lot of X factors. You have not only David and Sobahan having a baby, you have Andrew who has Christopher's DNA, Christopher who died. You have Andrew who has Christopher's memory. You have all these X factors. It's not just Angelique. Angelique is to me the biggest X factor, but you have all these other little X factors and subplots here that are going, you're just like, holy shit, this is awesome, because to me it is. And I love the story, and I love the standpoint where I just David, just the look on his face, it's just like, what? And then by the time that goes on, you have Sobahan who's having a baby, and she said it's a boy. How do you know? The baby hadn't arrived yet, and he's coming in and patting her head. She does have a boy. They name it John. I like that name. That's a simple name. Um, I'm gonna presume that's after Jonathan Frid. That's short for that. I didn't ask before I did this video. I should have asked the writer, and I didn't, because son of a bitch, I just didn't. God damn it. But anyway, this nurse, she sort of acts weird, and she takes the baby after the baby's cleaned off. She takes John, and it's Angelique who took the form of another person. And for those who have never watched the 60 series, that is a direct throwback to the 60 series. Angelique, remember, Barnabas used to feed off women who were prostitutes. And one time, Angelique disguised herself as one of these women. So I love that. I love that little nod to the 60 series. We have a nod right then and there. And it's just perfect for the tie-in for the story. She she has lots of plans for John, and I don't know what those plans are, but that, holy shit, if I were David and Sobahan, now here's the thing, they don't know that was Angelique. Nobody knows. Nobody knows she's back yet. And so you have that going on. Then you have Jeffrey Shaw, dickhead, who killed Christopher, and he's in jail. His lawyer, Devereaux, bails him out. This woman bails him out with money, and Alexander is pissed. And if I was this woman, I would have smacked his ass too. Girl, you should have used the fist. The fist! But no, she smacks him. And then, I love what Deborah did after she got him out of jail. She's like, how the do you want me to get you out of this? This murder, kidnapping, extortion. And there's a lot of witnesses and a lot of evidence. It's not just the witnesses, it's the goddamn evidence. I'm assuming they seized that. Don't know, didn't ask. Um, so you have that, and then in the old house, you have Julia, you have Carolyn, and you have Curtis, who are all looking to kill Barnabas. And somebody opens the coffin and stakes him. And you think, holy shit, it's over, he's dead. Remember, Angelique's a witch. She pulls out the stake, puts her hand over his heart, and heals him. And she knows who did it. Angelique is the only one to know. Actually, she's one of two people who know. Angelique and the writer. John Philip Betancourt, he knows. He knows. And here's where I'm going to get to the end, right here. I've watched every whodunit. And JP, this is directly at you, my friend. Keyser Söze! His name is Keyser Söze! I've seen The Usual Suspects, man. I learned in fifth grade history class from my teacher, it's not who the writer tells you who's there, it's who he doesn't mention who could be there in a story. So he mentions, JP does a great job really trying to, he's not misleading you in any sense, I don't think, with the three characters who are there. Yeah, it's not who would kill Barnabas, it's at this point who wouldn't kill him. And that's the key too. Yes, those three characters want him dead, but there's a lot of other people, Collinwood, who want him dead too. Maybe except for Sobahan, at this point in time. So Sobahan, who just had a baby, she's not there clearly. It would be the only person who wouldn't want him dead. Who do I think? And I'm going to give you 10 reasons why I think it's Victoria Winters. Number one, I think at the end of the day, he would be the primary one who would want her to keep going back in time. She doesn't want that. It's not that it's about the secret. I don't think it's so much about Victoria's secret of Curtis. Maybe she is afraid of that a little bit. But I think she just doesn't want to keep going back in time for Barnabas. And remember, Barnabas, now, again, she's not the only suspect. I want to stress this. This part here is my opinion of why I think it's Victoria. Two, is she the only one? No. But in the same sense, why she's my lead is because here's a woman who can will herself through time. That's a very powerful trait to have. Cue Charles Xavier. Without the mind control, by the way, but yeah. Well, Charles Xavier can send you through time, but you get what I'm saying. I'm a nerd. Number three, the writer of The Return of Dark Shadows, J.P. Betancourt. He's an evil, evil man, and I'm thinking. Number four, I think really it's, again, the characters in this story. If you look at them and go down them, okay, yes, Carolyn, and again, I'll make the case, yes, Carolyn and Curtis and Julia are all suspect. But I just, in my heart of hearts, I just don't believe they are. Number five, the fact that they went into Josette's old room. Now, to be fair, I'm going to play devil's advocate here with my own theory. To be fair, she's not the only one who knows about Josette's old room and all that. I'm going to get to the other person who would know definitely for sure. People might say Carolyn. Yeah, again, those were all three there. It's not about who he said was there. It's about who he didn't say. That's where I'm going. Okay, I might not quite have 10 here. I thought I was going to get 10 out of this. I'm at 6. Number 6. The reason I think it's Victoria is because just the history between those two characters. And yes, there's one other character I will mention, which is going to lead me to 7. Number 7, it's either Victoria, and I'm going to give the other one right here, in my opinion, or it's Maggie Evans. Those are the two main women who would kill him first. Because let's be honest, okay? That man has put Maggie Evans through hell and back. Even more so than Victoria Winters. And I mean that with all sincerity. Okay, I didn't quite get 10, but 7's good. This has been my review for Series 9, Chapter 10, A Whodunit. Go check out The Return of Dark Shadows. Link's going to be in the description box. John Philip Betancourt is the writer. Amazing, amazing writer. Great job. There's going to be more, obviously. I'm really, really excited. This is not the end, and I'm happy for that. So, I love Dark Shadows to death. I've said that before. I will see you guys Tuesday for my final videos in January. I got 2 coming tomorrow. So I'll see you guys Tuesday. You guys have a great night. See ya. Bye.